I battled with depression for a long time. I always believed and I knew that my thinking was the problem. It was my belief system. It was how I saw myself. Now, some people might have some kind of chemical imbalance or genetic trait that causes their depression. But for me, I knew that was not the case. I just noticed that I was just never happy with anything. Life never seemed to give me what I wanted, or I just probably spent too much time focusing on lack and what I didn't have. But this all started to change for me when I began to take responsibility for my thoughts and how I felt. I realized that I actually had a choice. I could focus on what I thought was wrong with the world, or I could focus on what I wanted to create and who I wanted to become. And I realized that I can be whoever I want, and that really our thinking and behavior isn't something that's set in stone. We're conditioned to it, but just as easily as we conditioned ourselves to one way of thinking, we can change that. We can condition ourselves to a new way of thinking. And it took me a while to realize this because I never had any help. But nowadays, when I would get triggered by something and normally spiral into a depressive state, nowadays I can notice this. I can notice these triggers, and I can shift my energy to focus on what I want and who I want to become. So this shift means that I'm no longer the victim to my negative thinking. I used to be. I used to feel like I had no control over my thinking, but I no longer feel powerless to it. I now have control. I now have agency, and I can actually exercise that agency whenever I find myself getting triggered, where I would before slip back into depressive thinking and depressed thinking. So now that I have the right to choose, I have the ability to choose my thoughts and my feelings. I am forging a new identity for myself and a new life for myself. This new identity includes the types of relationships I want in my life, the type of work and career and lifestyle I want, the personal health, the money, the self-concept, how I see myself. Once you have control, once you realize that you are in control of your thinking and your response to life, then you really become the master of your life and no longer the victim. So if you're stuck in a victim mentality and are looking to break free from that and begin to get control over your life, send me a note in the comments. Put a 1 down there, put something down there, and I'll reach out to you and we can talk about it. We can work on it together. Because I've been there and it's avoidable. You don't have to live like this. Now, it's not always easy to break these habits, but it is your right. It's within your power to do so. And once you realize that, then everything else changes. So I hope this was valuable or insightful to you. And thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.